Okay, so these are the few pickups that I've made since my last pickups video. First up is these two, which I bought from a shop called Aladdin's Cave, and I bought these two about a week ago. So first up is International Snooker Championship. These cost £1 each, by the way, and that's complete. And the disc, it's pretty much flawless, so either the person looks after the games or it's hardly ever been played. I'm willing to bet that it's hardly been played. Next up is TNA Impact. Sorry about the glare that you're getting on the cases there. Let's see if I can move the lamp. Doesn't really seem to be making any difference. Yeah, I quite like watching TNA on the TV, so I thought I'd give this game a try, and I think I've said it already, it only cost £1, so, and that is incomplete. And it's one of those cheap, really thin PS2 cases without the memory card holder. And the disc, it's not that bad actually, although it does kind of look smeared, like someone's kind of smeared lard on it. I'm not sure if it's going to show up that well on camera, but I'll definitely have to clean that. So yeah, I mean, even though I bought these games a week ago, I've not even tested them yet, which is kind of unusual for me, because usually when I pick up some games, as soon as I get them home, I'll clean the discs, and I won't do it as soon as I get home, but probably that night I'll clean the discs and I'll test out the games, but I didn't do with these for some reason. So today I picked up 4 games, and the first 2 are from CEX. Wait, that's not the right one actually. The first 2 I did get from CEX, but the first 2 in the bag aren't from CEX, so I'll just leave those there. So yeah, so first up is G1 Jockey for just 50p. I've got another jockey game, and it's made by the same developers. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Koi or Koe? The other horse racing game, I've not played it properly. I only like tested it out to see if it worked for about 5 minutes, and it seemed okay. So at just 50p, I thought I'd pick this up. And yeah, when I was in CEX, usually, well, in CEX, like the PS2 shelves, they've got quite a lot of them. I think there's more than 6 shelves, and the shelves are really big. And usually they're just cram-packed full of PS2 games. They're all kind of stacked that way, so you can see the spines, just absolutely loads of them. I've got no idea how many, maybe around 400 games, maybe more than that. Maybe quite a lot more than that. I haven't got a clue. But when I went in today, the shelves looks really empty, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure if someone went in there and bought up a load, like most of the PS2 games. Maybe they just wanted to have an instant massive PS2 collection, or maybe they just wanted to sell them online to try and make some money on them. Or maybe the shop just isn't stocking up on any more PS2 games, and once they've sold out of them, they may not. That might be it. They may not sell any more PS2 games. So who knows? But that is complete, and the disc is pretty good. Next up from CX is the Red Star. Now, when I saw, I mean, usually when I'm looking at the games on the shelves in CX, usually from the name you can kind of get an idea of what the game, of what kind of game it is. With this, the Red Star, I thought, what on earth could that be? So I basically pulled it off the shelf, looked at it, saw some cartoon characters on the front that which look Russian. Thought, I'm not sure if I'll like this or not. Then I looked on the back, saw the screenshots for the game, and they look kind of interesting. It looks like some sort of 3D fighter. And then I read this, a cross between Streets of Rage and Ikaruga. So when I read that and I knew it was just 75p, I thought definitely got to get that. I mean, it may not be anything like Streets of Rage or Ikaruga, but or Ikaruga, I don't know how you pronounce it, but who knows. I mean, I love Streets of Rage. I've not played Ikaruga or Ikaruga, but I do love 2D shoot 'em ups, so yeah, this could be, I mean, I don't know, this could be really good, it could be crap, who knows. And that is complete. And the disc is, it's not too bad, just kind of looks a bit dirty. So the next two games I got from Aladdin's Cave, and I paid, I can't tell properly, I paid £1 each for them. And when I was browsing the PS2 games, the guy behind the counter, he said something like, "You still have a PS2?" As though it's real unusual in this day and age for someone to still own a PS2. And I said, "Yeah, I've got two of them." So, and he didn't really say anything to that. But yeah, I've heard good things about this game. It's supposed to be like GTA, only it takes place in the Wild West. Now, usually, I mean, I don't like westerns. I find them really boring. I don't really like the idea of playing a western themed game that much. But for some reason, I've got a feeling with this that I could be surprised, that I could really like it. I mean, there was a Back to the Future film. I think it might be Back to the Future 2, which takes place. Well, it takes place in the Western times. Is that the right phrase to use? I don't know. And I actually did really like that. There was also a Red Dwarf episode as well, which was like a Western, and I really like that one as well. So I guess if something's Western themed, it is possible for me to like it, but usually I'm just not really keen on the whole Western theme. But yeah, I'm rambling on. Yeah, so that's complete. And the disc isn't too bad. I mean, yeah. So like I said, I mean, I thought, you know, I do have a feeling that I could be pleasantly surprised with this game. And, you know, it only cost £1, so I thought, why not take a chance, you know. And then lastly we have Crazy Taxi. I used to own Crazy Taxi on the Dreamcast years and years ago, probably around 2000 maybe. And the game, for me, the game got old really fast. It just felt really, I really liked it at first, but the game just felt way too repetitive, and I just got bored of it really quickly, so I ended up selling it. But now I have the urge to play it again. And it would be interesting to see how the PS2 version compares to the Dreamcast version. I'm sure I heard years ago that, because like in the Dreamcast version, the music is by Offspring, and I'm sure that I heard years ago that the music in the PS2 version isn't by Offspring. I could be completely wrong, I don't know. And I'm wondering if there will be any extras in this version over the Dreamcast version. I've got a feeling there won't be, but who knows. So this only cost £1 as well. Unfortunately, it's incomplete. There's no manual for it. On the disc, I mean, the top of it looks pretty filthy. The bottom of it is even worse. It's kind of unusual that it's an actual CD. I don't think I've ever seen a Sega game on the PS2 that's actually on a CD instead of a DVD. But I'm not sure if it will show up that well on camera, but like the top of it it looks pretty damn greasy, but the bottom is even worse. It totally looks like someone has just spread lard all over it, so yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So just get my games together. So yeah, so those are the pickups that I made since my last pickups video. Thanks for watching.